For today's video, I'm going to be putting all of the equipment or gear or special weapons that are map specific into a tier list for Black Ops 3. So to go ahead and start off, we're going to be going with the Annihilator. Personally, I don't know. I don't really mind the Annihilator. It's just that even with double tap, it turns into a two hit to the head once it hits maybe around 30, 32. I do like the little quest that you have on the giant with it. It's not all that. The ammo's fine on it. It's very average. I'm just gonna give it a a low B, just a B minus. Not really all that on later rounds at all. It probably gonna get you killed on later rounds. It's killed me a few times. Next, we got the Bowie knife. I wasn't sure if I should include this or not. I mean, I know it's on like every other game, but I figured I should still put it in because you can still stack widows with it, and it's very commonly used. If you look at most people's profiles that don't just spam wonder weapons the whole time, this is probably gonna be their third highest kills. I've seen one guy, he had like 160,000 kills with a Bowie knife. It was his highest kill weapon. I always use it. I mean, I always try and get it once I hit round 3 to 5 and use it through 9. I'm like 90% sure if you have widows, it'll be a one shot on round 10 still. I love this thing. This just makes the game so much easier when you start the game off with it. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm just gonna put this at a solid A, not A minus. Just that's a good base A. Next we have the Civil Protector. I love the process. I love Shadows of Evil. I love how they made you have to open up the vertical pathways that they have in each district to get it. If it was just process alone, I'd give this an A plus rating. Okay, so this thing is basically useless past round 30. Unless you're playing with teammates, because it will revive your teammates, and that is extremely helpful. And I think it'll kill Margwas like fairly consistently, even at high rounds, like 40, 50s. But it doesn't actually kill zombies. It kind of gets in your way if you're training, because it'll just like boost in front of you and kind of push you around a little bit. It also costs as much as a pack-a-punch. I think if they lowered this to like 3,000 or 3,500, that would have been a lot better. I'm gonna give this an A minus under the Bowie knife. If I can move it, there you go. I, I swear whenever I first started playing Shadows of Evil, the first couple years after Black Ops 3 came out, I don't know how, but I would play with people, and the Civil Protector would have a pack-a-punch gun. I don't know if maybe that's still a thing. You just have to get a certain amount of kills with it. I should probably look that up. But if you could get this thing upgraded, so it just could just consistently kill and melt, I would almost put this at an S. But for the price, and just general damage fall off, I'm going to put it at A because it still does revive, as I said before, but we're just going to keep it there. Next, we have the Donut Trip Mines. If you don't know what that is, on Shadows of Evil only, you can get the trip mines, and if you go around to the little ice cream carts around the map and get a couple kills in front of it with the trip mines, you get this trip mine, and there's a little donut around the bottom of it right there. I'm pretty sure it does a little more damage, and it has a little bit of a better blast radius. I personally have only done this like one time in my life. Memphis, that I play with a lot, he always gets this. Like, there were a couple of years there where he would just disappear for 5 rounds, and he'd be like, "Oh, I'm getting the donut trip mines." I personally never even care to get this. I'm not a fan of trip mines. I like to buy them for the diviniums if I haven't bought something in a few rounds. I'll always pick them up just to have them, but they're never going to be something that really saves your life unless it's an insta kill. Personally, I'm still going to give this like a C minus, just because I think it does do more damage and has a better radius, and it is fun. It makes a bunch of donuts fly everywhere. I think it's a cool little thing that they added in the game. But just for like somewhat of the hassle, because I think it's like 7 to 10 zombies you have to get at 3 different ones. I'm just going to put it at a C minus. Next we have, what is it? The Guard of Fafnir, the Gorod Krovi shield. This is by far the best shield ever put in any zombies game ever. I've played Black Ops 4 a decent amount. Unless there is a shield I don't know about on there that is somehow equivalent to this, this is by far the best shield. You take 0 fire damage, which is one of the biggest nuisances in Gorod Krovi itself. You get the 3 shots of pretty much a one shot through late 20s, maybe 30s, early 30s. Good hit. I like the movement speed. Usually when I pull out like the like this one, the Shadows of Evil shield, I just feel slow moving with it. This one, it always feels like it's light. Like I can have it out and I'm not just gonna get killed immediately. Obviously, being able to have the 3 blast breaths with it makes the kill potential really good. And even if it doesn't kill them, if you're at a really high round, it'll still push them back and get them off if you need a break for a second. So I'm gonna put this one at like A plus. This one, this is my favorite shield. I will almost sit there in the round 20s and just spam this because I think it's so fun. Next is the Gauntlet of Siegfried. That is the Gorod Krovi specific like Annihilator weapon. It's probably the hardest one to obtain of any of the other maps. Like the Ragnaroks, you just get the parts. That one's kind of like a little bit of a hassle just because you got to wait around sometimes, kill a Panzer. This one, this is like easily like a 5 to 10 round hassle, and you got to be on top of your game or it's going to take 20. Just for doing the challenges with the dragon, if you don't know what order they're in, doing the lockdown, if you forget it's over there, you still got to go get it. But when you get this thing, it is the best thing in the game. It is better than the Ragnaroks. Obviously, the Annihilator is like the lowest of these special weapons that you're gonna get. I'm putting this thing in S plus. I specifically made this tier for the Gauntlet of Siegfried. I played Gorod Krovi a few times recently, and this thing lasts for like almost like 2 full minutes. And you can either use the flamethrower, like right here, you can't really tell, but it's the dragon is mounted on there, and you get to just spray the flamethrower. Even that is great for like points because you'll just get ticker 10s the whole time. But whenever you launch the little dragon and you get to go punch, I swear that is easily a minute and a half, and you get 130 points for punching them, and you're like invincible when you're punching. I've never died a single time when I'm sprint punching around. Plus, like I said, instead of the 50 that you would get with like the shield, or you can get headshots, I guess, with the Annihilator, but you get 130 points, and as far as I know, this is unlimited damage. Plus, you have the dragon still shooting over your head like a sentry cover. This is the best thing they've ever put in the game. But yeah, this is S plus. I don't think anything else here is gonna fit in the S plus. Yeah, that's the Gauntlet of Siegfried. That one is sticking up there. It's not moving. Next we have grenades. Just starter, solid. One thing that one of my friends told me was when those parasites come in, he usually just throws these at the ground, and it'll just blow them all up. I didn't know that. Never tried that. I did it. Worked perfectly fine. I mean, there's a few things that you do kind of need grenades to do a couple steps or secret things around maps. I'm gonna give this like a C minus. I'm gonna give it under the donut trip mines because obviously it does a lot less damage, but it is classic. You can actually get crawlers with this. I know you can get crawlers with these Widow's Wine grenades. I can never do it without the crawlers end up just dying anyways. So I think that they have perfectly balanced the starter grenade. And next is the Keeper Protector from Revelations. This thing is awesome. Even without the Keeper Mask, that makes it last an extra like 30 seconds, I think. I mean, to get the Keeper Mask, you have to kill a Panzer. The attack time is a little slow on this. It'll be a little finicky. Like sometimes I'm training, and this thing is just like popping, just killing everyone. But other times I'm training and I'm waiting for this thing to kill it, and it'll just kind of sit there and stare at it for a while. But I think I think I counted one time. It's either a 5 or a 6 shot kill to a full health Panzer, and it's never attacked by it, so it just lasts until it disappears. And it's always a guaranteed 3 hit against a Margwa. I usually will use these things if I'm in the big Apothecon belly thing. It does last for a very good amount of time for how much damage it does. It does cost 5,000 like the Civil Protector. I think it does revive, and I think like the Civil Protector, it does still pick up power ups. I don't think it really goes out of its way all that much, and that is a thing with the Gauntlet of Siegfried, that dragon will pick up power ups too. But I'm putting this at like uh, I guess not S plus, but not an S minus. This is very very good and good bang for your buck. Next is the Arnie's, just the plain Arnie's. I remember when I first played Shadows of Evil, my friend got Arnie's, and I didn't know that they were supposed to replace monkeys. I had no idea what they were, to be honest. I think I had gotten them like once in the box, and I didn't know what they were. I didn't know that I activated them like when you use a monkey, but I obviously do love them now on Shadows of Evil and Revelations. Always a great pickup. I love that they actually kill zombies, even the base form, like a normal monkey. If it's past round 9, they're probably not killing anything. These also give the plus 10 ticker damage. Great way to get points, still get kills consistently, even in the 20s, maybe 30s. Obviously, not that many kills, but it will still kill them, and it lasts a good long time. As long as there's not a Margwa slamming on it the whole time, this thing's probably going to last a good 15 seconds. This this is I'm going to put this under the Bowie knife, but that's only because the Bowie knife I have a thing for the Bowie knife. Argue with me in the comments. Next, we have the upgraded Arnie's. These things are going right. I don't know. I might put it above Keeper. I don't know. Upgraded Arnie's last twice as long as these. Last night I was playing on Revelations, just kind of for fun throughout the day. I got to like round 103, and then every time I play, it always does that thing where it hits a certain day and it resets like the weekly bundles or whatever playlists or something. So it reset me on round 103. But I was still using these on 90s easily. I mean, at a certain point, I kind of try not to because they do give more hit markers, but like that's not a bad thing because whenever I'd throw these, I would make 3 to 7,000 points each time. They still kill. It's not like they don't kill and only give hit markers. Just the amount of time, like I can throw one of these, go through a teleporter, pick up a new shield, and like by the time I come back, it's just blowing up. It's amazing. This is easily the best distraction that you can have, and it's really not that hard to upgrade. Next, we have the original monkey. I'm gonna go ahead and put this above the Annihilator and just keep it there at like a B to B plus. We'll just call it a B. I don't really know why I have the D or F here. I don't really think there's. Okay, well, there might be a couple things here that I put at like a D. But anyways, monkeys are going above the Annihilator. Like I said before, they don't really kill past round 7. They might make crawlers, which is useful, although I usually just don't even play with crawlers because Treyarch loves to capitalize on any possible way to screw you over if you give it to him. You get the distraction if you're in a hole. The only thing is, unlike upgraded monkeys, which we'll go over next, or even the normal Arnie's, they don't kill. I mean, if you're on the giant with your friends on the catwalk and it's around 35, 38, I mean, you're still going to be struggling. Like, if you're getting overrun and you throw a monkey, it's not like you're really catching a break. Other than reloading and getting a few shots in, that's really all you're going to get from this, and that's totally fine. It's not supposed to be a super weapon or anything. But yeah, I think it belongs right here, and it's better than the Annihilator. Now, we have the upgraded monkeys, and I'm really surprised that this wasn't more of a thing that you saw back in the prime time of Black Ops 3. You never saw YouTubers like using crate power to go upgrade their monkeys. I will say, for normal monkeys, I wish that once you did the I beam for the secret perk on the giant, I wish that once you pushed that button, you were able to get upgraded monkeys for free. That would have been really nice. But anyways, they probably last 4 times longer than the normal ones. I don't know. I guess the last time I had them, I was playing with 2 of my friends, if you watch the channel, Comrade and Memphis, on Shino Numa and Noct. They were amazing. Like, we would spam them. we could go through almost like half of a round just by spamming these monkeys, like overlapping them with each other, because they honestly probably last as long as these upgraded Arnie's do, like 30 seconds. And they do like consistent area of effect damage. They like jump up and down, and every time they hit the ground, it releases like a shockwave. And it maybe takes 3 hits max to full kill a zombie. They're amazing. I'm gonna put these at like super A plus above the Guard of Fafnir. I would almost put them here. I probably should. No, I'm gonna say A plus just because you do still have to get your crate power every time to upgrade them. And if you're not lucky, you're gonna sit there and spend $50,000 on the box. Next is Ragnarok's. These things are awesome. Honestly, after going high rounds in Revelations, I really started to care about them. I never cared to use them ever. Like even on Drak, I would kind of use them just for like fun. I don't know. Maybe they're weaker on Drak, honestly, because I swear I would be like 30s and I'd just go slam and like all the zombies would just like push back and then keep running at me. They are really good for holding the Panzers hostage. Honestly, I'm gonna put them. Hmm. I'm gonna put them right there. I'm gonna put them above the Keeper because they do have an extremely low cooldown time. Maybe like 70 kills. I'm not exactly sure. Which, if you're on Drak, get one good horde and then kill some stragglers. Use Deadwire one time, and you're probably gonna get it back. And then on Revelations, if you have the upgraded Apothecon Servant gun, you can use one black hole if you place it correctly, and it'll recharge the entire thing in just one shot. These are excellent. They're really efficient, and they do have a decent time. It's nothing like the Gauntlet of Siegfried. It's probably like half. They don't run out super fast or anything, but it is not on the level of the Gauntlet of Siegfried. Plus, it's only 50 a kill, not 130. Not like that matters at high rounds, but still something to take into consideration. Next is the Shadows of Evil slash Drak shield. It has the rocket boost on it. I honestly, I kind of forgot about that. I was just gonna have it at like a C with the grenades or something. But I mean, with the rocket boost, I don't know. I'm gonna put it above the trip mines. Like obviously, it's still a shield and it protects you, but I don't even use the rocket, and I kind of forgot that it existed because by the time I pull it out, if I'm in a sticky situation, I'm just dead. Or I'll pull it out and I'm spamming the trigger to shoot it or to like blast off. Whatever cooldown it has, it always takes like too long for me to be able to pull it out. So I'm putting that at a C. Also, you get no points from it. I'm like 99% sure you get none. If you do, you can correct me in the comments. So we're just going to leave this here. If it had a faster pullout time, that's what she said, and like activation of the rocket boost itself, I would put this right here easily. But we're just going to put it here. It's not a diss or anything. It just is what it is. It does its job. And next we have the Skull of Nan Sopway. That, I don't know. This one has I really like it. I really like it. I think this was the first one I ever got. I don't think I ever had the Ragnaroks in Drak because, okay, when Drak came out, it was, I don't know. I don't even know. It wasn't tight quarters compared to Shadows of Evil or Mob of the Dead or anything like that. It just wasn't like my thing. Memphis and I would play this when it came out, and it just, I don't know. We just did not like Drak, so we never even, I don't even think we ever got the Ragnaroks till like 2 or 3 years after the map even came out, because we just never played it. We just played the Giant and Shadows of Evil until Zetsubu came out, even though everyone doesn't like Zetsubu, especially when it came out, because it is extremely close quarters. We loved it. I think this was the first special weapon for a map that I ever got. The cooldown is kind of long on it. I'm going to put it under the Ragnaroks. It does last a long time once you have it, but the only thing is that, like, I wish it was I understand why it's not, but I wish it was just a consistent decrease in, like, the power level, how it starts at 100 when you pull it out. because it's like every kill you get with it takes down like a -1 from it. I wish it was just consistently going down, even if it's somewhat fast. If it still lasts a good 30 seconds, I don't really think anyone cares. But yeah, the recharge time on it is pretty bad. So for that reason, it's not up here. Um, but still one of probably other than the gauntlet, I don't know. This is probably like my second favorite one. And next is Tiamat's mod. This is the upgraded Gorod Krovi shield. Um, this thing is awesome. It's like double durability. I mean, obviously, I'm gonna guess that there's not infinite damage on it, but I'm just gonna do this. I'm just gonna do that. Gorod Krovi is incredible. Just I need to play it more often. I usually don't just because like it's not hard to train. I mean, you get the Mark threes on there anyways. It's just I just never I don't know. I just never think of it. Every time I think of playing a game, I just do like the giant because it's super easy or just simple to set up. Doesn't take much time. Gorod Krovi does kind of take a lot of time. And most of the time when I play Gorod Krovi, I just immediately go for Easter egg. I love the Easter egg. I think it's awesome. I love the map in general. Anyways, back to the shield. So this shield's upgrade process is also extremely simple. You gotta get like maybe 50 kills. It's like 30 to 50 kills. And then you just stand in the fire, which usually isn't hard. If you're not trying to get hit by the fire, you're gonna get hit by it. It's like a 4 out of 10 difficulty, and if the fire wasn't so random when you need it, I'd almost give it a 2 out of 10. Like it's fun to do instead of like a hassle. Next is the normal trip mine. I'm putting that here. I gotta be honest. The only time I ever buy the trip mine is when I like to make a light show on the catwalk in the giant, or if I need to get diviniums. If I'm not getting diviniums or I'm not on the giant, I am literally never going to buy trip mines. It's never helped me get out of a sticky situation. It is what it is. I like it. I think it's cool that they put it in. I don't know. I think it's a fun thing to have around and have on the map, but it is useless. I got to be honest. It's pretty useless. And next, we're almost at the end here. We got the Widow's Wine Grenades. Honestly, without Widows or Cherry, I gotta try like 3 times harder when I'm training. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this like right there. I'm gonna put that middle to high A tier. That thing has saved my ass so many times. I mean, obviously you never really use the grenade. So the only time I ever throw the grenade is if I have one left and I got a horde on me, I'll throw it at the ground so I can get some more back. Like, you're always going to get in a corner. It's kind of nice being able to play a little more loosely instead of just, like, extremely hyper-focused for 4 hours straight. Like, that isn't fun. It's kind of funny that this is, like, other than the slight knife upgrade that really doesn't do anything unless you have the basic knife, you're basically paying $4,000 for this, and people almost will never go without it. So I think that kind of just gives a testament to how useful it is, and I think this is a great placement right here for it. And Zetsubu Shield, I think there's absolutely nothing special about it. I'm not even going to say that the lightning, after you do all your challenges, is like an upgrade for it. That's not an upgrade for it. That's just like, I mean, you got to still punch him, which takes away like 20% of the durability to hit a zombie. But man, there is really nothing special about the Zetsubu one. I wish you could like place it or something. Like it kind of looks like one of those old like Black Ops 2 shields where you could put it down on Origins and kind of like post up. I wish that they had done that with this, because the tunnel when you do the Easter egg, that would be perfect. Like that would have just gone with the map itself. Amazing, because it is so tight quarters. Being able to block off something that would have fit the map and the shield amazingly. But I'm not gonna. I kind of feel like putting it at F, but it's still useful because it is a shield. I'm gonna put this at the lowest of the D tier, just because there is literally nothing special about it. It doesn't have any extra way to damage like the rocket boost, even if it is kind of funky. I don't know. It's just a plain shield. Nothing about it. But yeah, that's going to finish off the tier list for the equipment or special equipment that you can get in Black Ops 3. I tried to stay out of Like, I didn't use the sickle from Ascension just because I feel like that's more of a Black Ops 1 thing. I'm not trying to use everything in Black Ops 3, even the remade maps, just so I don't step on any toes of people being like, that's not a Black Ops 3 item. So if there's, or like the Gershes, if there's something like that that isn't in here, that's why I didn't put it in here, if you're mad that I didn't include something. But I think that's about it. This is the tier list. If you agree or disagree. Also, if you think that this is an outlandish claim, go play Gorod Krovi again. You'll be surprised. Anyways, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one.